Well, welcome everyone. Hello. I am live. Oh, I hope you guys are going to find me. Come find me. So I had technical difficulties. The software on YouTube that I was using a software, but I'm just using my webcam. So I'm going to wait a couple of seconds. So if you're watching on the replay, fast forward. That's all I can say. Just fast forward. All right, let's see. Let's see if anybody's coming in. There's somebody. So if you're watching during this live, please let me know who's watching, what your name is, how are you doing, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Today, Deb, you're here. Good morning. I was having technical difficulties, so I had to redo the setup. Anyway, we are here today. If you're watching the replay, I want to thank you, and of course wish all of you a happy new year. 2024 is going to be amazing, just like 2023, but even better. So again, thank you so much for being here. Today I want to share with you what reincarnation is all about. Is it real? Why does it happen? How does it happen? What are the real basis of it? And how do we determine, ooh, did my fur baby come back to me? Is that my cat from a childhood, or is that my cat from who had passed maybe, 2 weeks ago? Doesn't matter. So for those who don't know who I am, my name is Dulcinea Nadek, and I am an animal communicator, pet psychic. They mean the same thing. I talk with animals intuitively using my abilities. And I've been doing this for over 10 years now, and I offer both full readings as well as teaching you how to communicate with animals, both one-on-one as well as in my animal community mastery program. So below this video, you'll see all the different links to my services and of course to my free resources. You definitely want to take advantage of my free resources. And as I'm sharing with you all about reincarnation, feel free to go ahead and comment during this live your questions you have. And then when I'm done with the presentation, I'll go ahead and answer all of your questions. So let's get started. So let's talk about, is reincarnation real? It is, but let's back up for a minute. What does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to be in these physical bodies? And then what happens after we pass? Well, we're all made of energy. So because we're all made of energy, it's not what happens in the 3D world. It's actually what happens beyond the 3D world, dimensionally, energetically. So whether human or animal, but of course, for the purposes of this live, we're going to be talking about animals. When animals leave the body, they just change form. They go back into what's called their spirit realm, their soul realm. And that's where they're going over what that life experience was all about while on Earth with the human or humans. So is it real? Yes, it is very real. And you have to understand that all of you are your own co-creators. You are a co-creator of your life with not just with the humans in your life now, as well as the humans that have been in your life in the past and that are going to be in your future, but you're a co-creator of your life with the animals in your life, and they too are a co-creator with you. They have souls, they have spirit. Before they're incarnated, before they come into their bodies, they choose, based on free will, to come here and experience living on Earth in this 3D realm. And when animals come in, whether they're reincarnated for many times, one time, two times, or it's their first time here, do they just come in and go, oh, I'm incarnated, or I've been reincarnated? No, no. And this applies to humans as well. It's about learning and going through all of the life challenges that are presented, that are part of the environment, that are part of the soul contract. And that's another aspect of reincarnation, is Why do cats or dogs or horses or bunnies, any type of animal, choose to come back? It's all based on that soul contract, that agreement they had with their humans from that previous life, and or what new things, what new challenges they want to experience with either the same humans that were in their life or a different set of human beings or a different set of one person. They choose this. It is all based on, again, the life lessons. Thank you so much for the heart. Say, I've got 5 beautiful souls here. Put in the chat hello and let me know you're here. And I will be addressing questions. So feel free to put the questions there. And once I'm done my presentation, I will address the questions. So, about these soul contracts. Oh, hey, Rain Cloud. Hello, welcome. About the soul contracts. These are all about the specific life lessons. Now, many times the soul contracts are completed, which is one of the reasons why the animal has left the body. But there may be more details or aspects of the soul contract that the animal has chosen based on what they want to experience as well as their human that wants to experience. The other reason why animals reincarnate is not just in the soul contract, but there could be, hey, Lori, there could be karma. Karma is real. I have my cats here, so if you hear zooming, they're playing. Um, but karma is all about balancing the life of a previous life with the next life. So I'll give you a great example of karma. I'm going to use my 2 cats because I know that in this life, in my lifetime with them, they both were reincarnated to work through their karma from a previous life. Fulligan and Big Boy. They came together. Big Boy came into the house at a very, as an adult, and the 2 of them did not get along at all. Now, Big Boy got along with all the other cats, at the time, 7 other cats, and Fulligan got along with all the other cats. There were no issues. The only issues were between the 2 of them. And 3 months before Big Boy left the body, they started getting along. They realigned and came to the understanding because they both knew Big Boy was going to be leaving the body sooner than later. So it's very, very powerful. That's just one example of animals being reincarnated to fulfill a karmic balance, to create a balance in that karmic agreement. And the same thing applies with humans. Karma can apply with animal and humans. The other aspect is everybody thinks, well, all animals are reincarnated. No, they're not. Again, this is a total individual choice. So to answer, I know I've had questions before. Do all animals reincarnate? No, they don't. They choose not to. It really is an individualized choice. And I can tell you from many of my readings over the years, I've connected with animals and they've shared with me confirming what their human has asked in the reading. Hey, have I been reincarnated? Yes. And here's why. And it's all based on that soul contract. Many times an animal will come back because the human has not finished with learning maybe the doubt. Maybe there's trauma. Maybe there's abuse. Maybe it doesn't matter what the challenge is that the human is going through. They're working through and they're continuing and they're ready to continue to work through, which is one of the reasons why animals will come back. It's because the human is at a place where they truly have willed the way for their animal to return, not concerned about when, where, or how, just knowing, I know my horse is going to come back to me, or I know my horse will come back to me, whether in a horse body or another body, doesn't matter. And that's the other aspect of reincarnation when our animals come back. And again, I've had clients who are like, could you please tell me if my animal is going to come back? And when I've connected with the animal will tell me they're not ready yet. But here's what my human needs to work on. And then they can be ready for. So it's very, I want to say complex, only that there are so many variables to the reincarnation. Let me see if does anybody have any questions so far? No, I'm so glad you guys are all here. So glad you guys are all here. 6 beautiful people, thank you. And if you're just tuning in, my name is Dulcinea. I'm an animal communicator. I'm a pet psychic. I talk with animals. I've been doing this for over 10 years. And I will tell you, reincarnation is very real. And if you, whether you're here watching a live or you're watching the replay, feel free to chime in if you know you've experienced a reincarnation from your fur baby coming back. So now, I'm going to address the other side of reincarnation. Why do animals choose not to come back? Because that soul contract was totally completed. That was what they wanted to experience. They're good with it. And guess what? Their human is good with it. Their human is in gratitude for that beautiful relationship. And the human also knows, well, I know more fur babies are going to come into my life, and I'm open to receive. Now, the big thing is many times things can go around, things can change. It's not like you're in a box and it's like, okay, well, that animal's never coming back. You just can't think. You can't think inside of a box. That's what I'm trying to share. You've got to be, it's because we're all made of energy. You've got to be understanding that your contracts, your soul agreements that you have with your animals can change, can expand, can come to a wonderful closure, and then open up a new door for a different animal with a different soul contract. It's just never ending. And that's the beautiful part about being here in the physical form, is that every day we can experience such amazing energy and information and connection with our animals, and they're powerful. Thumper the rabbit. I was really messed up when I lost my pet bird, nonstop crying for over a week. I ended up getting another bird, even though not ready, and it was my bird that passed. See, imagine that. So this is a beautiful example. Thumper the rabbit, I'm going to put my heater on. Her name is also Debbie. Debbie, thank you so much. And this is a beautiful example, is that it's just, nothing is linear. Nothing happens in a linear way. You think this one way and this is the other way it's going to happen. Case in point, she just shared how wasn't even expecting it, didn't even know it. But guess what? Her birdie did. And her soul self did. Her higher self did. And it was beautiful. And knowing Debbie knows herself, she would never turn down an animal in her life, because when you know, well, things happen for a reason, that is powerful. It's also learning to go with the flow. So, animals choose not to come back because they've completed that, they're good with that, and that they know that their human is good with it. Okay. So here's another question people have asked me. Do animals choose to come back in the same body or a different body? Both. Both. Animals, again, I've had readings where the client has emailed me back several weeks and even months and even years later saying, oh my God, my Sally came back to me looking identical. Or, oh my God, my dog Jeff came back, but he's in a cat body, but he acts just like Jeff. So you again, don't overthink this. I'm going to share with you, stay with me. I'm going to share with you if this is something where you're experiencing a loss of an animal and you're still in the grieving process. Could be a challenge because of your vibration, your frequency. But if you've been thinking about your fur baby that has since transitioned and you would really love another beautiful life experience with them, I'm going to share with you how to do that. But before I do that, I want to also share with you that animals can come back if, for example, Deb's bird, that bird could have come back as a cat. That bird could have come back as a giraffe. Not giraffe. Well, yeah, a giraffe. If you work with giraffes and you have the opportunity, could have come back as a monkey. Could have come back as a fish. There's no limit. There's just no limit. It is all based on what you have agreed upon in that soul contract and what you know you need or are desiring right now. So this is how you put the good thought out there that you would like your fur baby to come back. You really have to be in a state of gratitude. You have to be in a state of understanding what you've already learned from that fur baby, what life lessons they've taught you, and what aspects of your life right now that you know you're still experiencing certain challenges, and you know that particular personality, that particular animal that was with you in the past would help you again. Beautiful. That is one way. And just feel it with your heart and don't push for it and just be open. And then you literally have to go about your business. You can't look for it constantly. You can't, because when you're pushing for it, you're literally, what you push for, you actually push away. But what you feel in your heart of all hearts, and you know that'll happen in the right time, and you're working on all of those life challenges, or that specific life challenge, you will receive your fur baby coming back. Now, here's another reason why animals reincarnate. It's not always about your life lessons that they want to experience and learn and help you with, but they didn't have an opportunity. Maybe they were super, super aggressive and they lived a life of really low vibration, torment. It was very, very, very low vibration. But they really want to come back and not only give themselves an opportunity, but give the human another opportunity to come back into that soul contract and help themselves and work through what they weren't able to work through, either with that animal or another similar animal like them. Because does a reincarnated animal that was with you, say in childhood, come back to you as an adult? Yes, they can. But that animal can also come back and reincarnate with another set of human beings. I'm going to give you a great example of that. My cat, as a child, my cat Midnight, jet black, feral, came into the house once or twice out of the week when my parents would allow me. I was maybe 6 or 7 years old. I was super young. And we had a bond. It was an amazing bond. Nobody else would liked Midnight. Nobody could touch him. Nobody could care for him. He didn't like anybody else but me. But one day, I just knew he wasn't coming back. And that was okay. I understood what happened. He transitioned, left the body. Now it's been 2 years. I was on another live on TikTok. Yeah, please follow me on TikTok. I was on a live on TikTok and I was talking about reincarnation. And one of my friends, Shauna, who I met on TikTok, she's like, my cat is watching you. Oh, what's his name? Told me his name. And I'm like, is he jet black? Because I can't see animals, meaning when you're on a live, you can see me, but I can't see you unless you're on the live with me. And she was not on the live with me. I said, is he black? Is he a black cat? She went, oh my God, yes. I said, would you please do me a favor? She did. So would you please, instead of calling him by his name you've given him, would you please call him Midnight and see what he does? She freaked out. She said, oh my God. He started touching the phone, purring, loving on the phone, meowing, doing little circles, just being such a love bug. And I said, yeah, thank you, Midnight. That was my cat from a childhood coming back, but not in my life, but in a friend's of my life. So is reincarnation real? Yes. You just can't think about it in a linear way, meaning in a straight line. You just got to be open to any and all possibilities. When you did a reading, I had a kitten that wasn't with me long, when young and came back a stumper. Right. That's right. That is exactly right, Deb. And that's a beautiful part about an animal communication session is that regardless of the questions that you have, the animals are going to share with me all of the important aspects of their life with their human right now. And if it needs to be, that was Trek. That was Trek playing. And if it needs to be that they need to share a past life, whether in this lifetime with them, maybe as a child, or in another lifetime, not in this body or in your body, but in a previous body, they will do that. They will share with me whatever comes through. Super, super powerful. So, one final aspect of what you can do to determine if your fur baby has come back. So many ways. First of all, if you have that feeling, you call them by the name, like I did on that live. Again, having telepathic intuitive abilities is not a gift. It is a skill. It's just a matter of practicing. And you just keep your mind and your heart open to whatever, which allowed me to say, would you please call him Midnight? Just follow my intuition. But you can do the same thing. So if you think your fur baby has reincarnated, all you do is call them by that original name you gave them. See what they do. You can ask them. You can say, Ginger, raise your paw if you're reincarnated, if you came back to me. Just do it. Follow your intuition. Ask them to give you a kiss on the nose, or bop your nose, or meow, or bark. That's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is look at their mannerisms. If their mannerisms are identical, if their personality is identical, you have your answer. You have your answer. So powerful. And I've had readings before where the animal will tell me, I'm going to come in to a dream state in my human's life and let them know when I'm returning. And sure enough, they do that. They do that. So you can receive messages even before they physically come in to the 3D world and reincarnated through dreams. And then finally, it's just that all-knowing. It's in your heart. It's what you're feeling here. And I can tell you, the number one way to truly connect with any animal, whether physically here or in spirit, is always coming from a heart-based consciousness. Always. Live your life from a heart-based consciousness. Be present. And if you're not sure how to do that, definitely download my free resources. Go to my link in my bio or just go to the links below this video, dulcinea.com. Click on freebies. There's a meditation there. It's a beautiful meditation where you can acquire so much insight and information, regardless if your animal's here or not, they're in spirit or physically here. There's also intuitive exercises, and there's also my 12-tip PDF. It's a 12-tip on how to telepathically talk with your animals. It's powerful. That's one thing I want to recommend for you. And anybody else, do you have any questions? Anybody else have? Oh, thank you for the love. I'm so grateful for all of you being here. Yeah. So the final thing is, if you are interested in having a reading, book a session. Go to my link. It's below this video. And or if you are interested in heightening your abilities and learning to live in a world of telepathy and understanding what's going on around you and welcoming it and being the master of yourself in all points in time and space, come join my Animal Community Mastery Program. It's powerful. We talk about reincarnation. We practice talking with animals. We talk about meditation. We talk about the 3D world versus the dimensional world, how to work through things, what are challenges, what are belief systems, how to attune your life, how to learn the wisdom from your animals and balance your overall life. We dive into every aspect of my 5-step Awaken program. And so that brings me to finally sharing with you, if you're interested, not just in the group, or maybe you're not interested in the group and you would like one-on-one private coaching, check out my mentorship program. Just go to the link that says coaching, and you can read all about it and put in your application, and I will return to you by email to set up a time to meet either by phone or Zoom. So with that being said, that's what I wanted to share with you about reincarnation. And again, if you're watching this recording, I want to thank you so much. Definitely below the recording, put in your questions. I'll answer you. If no one else, does anybody else have any rain cloud? If you're still here, it doesn't show me. Can I see who's here? It doesn't show me all the 5 people, but that's okay. If there's no other questions, then I'm going to end this live. But before I do that, I am going to be going live. Oh, good. Lori, I will address that. I'm going to be going live every Tuesday here, same time, 11 a.m. And I'm going to try and keep it under 30 minutes. If it goes over, it goes over. But I'm going to try and honor everyone's time and keep it under 30 minutes. Let's see. I feel that Pepper and Raleigh had a soul contract, and I believe Pepper was with me in a past life. This has to be yes, you are totally right. And Lori, let me share with you. It's not had a soul contract. Soul contracts can still be going on between Pepper and Raleigh. Yeah, because Pepper's still physically here. Raleigh, he's right now in spirit. He is in that soul room, if you will, watching over you, giving you signs and signals all the time, Lori, and I know you know this. But so, yes, it's ongoing. It is ongoing. And I want to share something with you. Something just dawned on me. Somebody's thinking, well, how do they do that? Can they like multitask? Yeah, oh boy. Man, they are the queens and kings, if you will, of multitasking, because there's no barriers. There's no time. It's just thought. It's pure nirvana of love and thoughts that come through. And yep, it's time for me to show my human a sign and signal for me. They need this, they're asking, or they're not asking for it, but they need it because it's going to raise their vibration that even higher. I was thinking multi-day. They are. I mean, remember, there's no limitation. It's if you can imagine closing your eyes and just feeling pure love, and you're not feeling the body, you know you're in your body, but you don't feel the body, and you are just out there, and you're either hearing them, or you hear songs, or you smell things, or even taste things, or you have that all-knowing. It doesn't matter. Oh my God. I got to share with you this morning in my meditation, I was just in my place of nirvana. And all I was smelling was all these beautiful flowers. And Fulligan came through and he's like, "You're welcome." I said, "Thank you." So, any and everything is possible. So I hope this helps all of you. I look forward to any of your comments and questions. And make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Please make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you get all the notifications. And I will see you on my next live next Tuesday. And you guys have a great week and Happy New Year again. Oh my God, you're so welcome, Deb. Mwah. See you guys soon.